Hello and welcome. I have had some difficulties. We're real late. Apologies, light listeners, and no bravado, massive apologies, apologies, apologies. We have had heads girls them. That's the stage.
Hey girl, how you doing?
I'm all right. Make your camera go down just a little bit
Okay,
so
2 seconds.
don't
Hold
look
on.
floating head. Yes, hey.
Hello.
What's going
Hello.
on, girls?
Hey,
So
ladies,
sorry
how
I'm
you
so
doing?
late. So sorry I'm so late. All of a sudden, it's just decided it didn't want to add none of our cameras to the screen. So I had to
Oh,
phone
no.
Carl. Thank you, Carl, from Spotlight Radio. Oh, you always need a little. Oh my gosh! I was like, what is happening? You know, the menopause sweat. Like it's late. Like, what is happening? Okay. We are here now. How are we?
Good,
Yeah,
good.
all good.
How are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah,
I'm
all
still
good.
we still in recover. One piece of
Listen.
Tehran in at the weekend, boy. Peterborough was a vibe.
No, that was a
Like,
vibe. Peterborough was a vibes. That was good.
They delivered that more.
Definitely.
yo, it was more than I expected, especially for what we
Yeah.
paid. I even said to them, like, as a vendor, I shouldn't be saying that you should charge more, but for
Seriously,
that
that was
type of
good.
event, you're
I
looking at
know.
100 feet. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So
That's true.
well done to them. It was such a vibe. Let me firstly, before we go into that, I'm gonna say congratulations again to our Shasha on. Maybe that's why the energy was so good on Saturday. Let me put my glasses on. So,
That's true. It was Saturday as well.
yeah, I
That
can see
is
it up.
true.
Yes. Let me put out the glasses so I can see
Yes.
them.
Yes, Shasha.
Yes. Yeah, here we go. Like it's like I don't want to admit that you need
You need
glasses.
glasses.
I do that all the
Like you have
time.
to put on your glasses, man. Yeah, because you can't see. Yes, I squint. But yeah, I Saturday was a magical vibe, and maybe it was because it was your 3 year remission, Shasha. So do you know what I mean? Like, it was a celebration, you know what I mean? Celebration of just commerce, life, friendship,
Yeah.
sisterhood,
Yeah.
everything. It was so nice.
Beautiful.
So
It was so beautiful. And Shasha, I just want to thank you. My God, you are an absolutely amazing person. I love you. Like your energy, your spirit, and your heart. You just got such a kind, generous heart. I
nice
just want to
heart.
thank you. You are so appreciated, so loved.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Malani. But anyone that is good for genuinely good to me, I reciprocate that. You know, and
Yeah.
it's not
Thank you, my
done.
love.
It's not done wanting anything. I don't have. My motto is there's not a problem, there's a solution.
True.
That's me. I
That
remember
is
one
so
time
true.
I was worrying about something. And my mum turned and said to me, "What are you crying for?" I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "When you start crying, you're still gonna have the problem in it." I said, "Yeah." She said, "We'll find a solution." What's wrong
That
with you? I was
is so
like,
true.
"It's a bit harsh, isn't it?" but but she's right. I just wanted to. You've done so much for us in Jamaica, and you're just a kind spirit yourself, and I love your energy.
Thank you,
And
love.
you
I
know, wherever
appreciate
I
you.
can
Thank
help
you.
you or anyone that's tight. If I classify you I've been a close friend, you know. If I don't, trust me, you'll be staying right over there.
No, I appreciate. Listen, I so appreciate you guys. Like, I'm so grateful to you. Shasha. Listen, not only it's like the three of you, mom included. Like, you guys are family, and I absolutely love you three so much. And I'm
Oh,
so
bless.
grateful
We love
you're in my life. Thank you.
that. We
Feelings
love
mutual,
you,
my
man.
darling.
Definitely. So anyway, so let me share my little tribute to Shasha.
Oh God.
Oh, don't cry. But oh, hang on. Why is it doing this? I need to find StreamYard's got it's on thin ice. I need StreamYard made me a whole 24 minutes later, giving me palpitations. I was like, no, what is going on? Let me share my screen. Share screen. So,
have you recovered for the weekend then, Bella?
Yeah. So this weekend. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to see you guys in Lewisham. I'm gonna do Camberwell Carnival on the Saturday.
Okay.
So that should be good.
We'll see you this Sunday then.
Yeah. So I see you guys on Sunday. But yeah, Camberwell. Whenever there's a festival on the green, it's usually really good. So I'm expecting it to be good.
Being outside in the summer is the one.
Exactly. Hopefully the weather. I don't even know what the weather is like this weekend, but hopefully it will go out.
I've been checking it. It's supposed to be about in the 20s, like 21, 22.
Okay.
Supposed to be. So not going to be cold.
It's not raining.
As far as I know, yeah, it shouldn't be.
Okay.
It shouldn't. See, it's about 20, 21.
Cool.
But I kind of keep an eye on the weather coming up to it, to know what to wear.
Well, true.
Yeah.
But, we're now in that season where making sure that you do have a jacket, because like this today I left this morning. It was nice and warm. When out was hot. Mm-hmm. I then went into central London. I came out on the ground and it was proper coming down. It was pissing it down. I didn't even have man, it was raining so hard. But interestingly, I went into the gym that I went to is underground. So it's in the basement. And by the time I came out 2 hours later, it was dry. And I mean proper dry, like tropical dry. I was like, oh wow. Yeah, it was coming on really hard going in, but just like it would in the tropics. There was no sign of rain by the time I got out. It was completely dried. So
that's all right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm just sharing that the group. So let me share. This is just basically, we'll say it again, and then we'll stop it humiliating you, Shasha. Let me share my screen. Do you remember doing this video, Charlene? Hang on.
Which one?
This, where you're describing the definition of.
You know what I do? I sort of think when I was like, oh, what's going back some time? That's when I first moved. That's when I first moved down to Birmingham, and I was at my old place that I was renting just down the road.
You was cancer free at this point, right?
No.
Oh, was you at the beginning of your journey?
That was a different journey. I just moved down to Birmingham. That was
but I'm asking, was you cancer free at the stage?
Oh yeah, I was cancer free. Yeah.
Anyway, listen.
And always does her best to achieve the best out of life, no matter what.
Shasha, you're the very definition of strength. You faced a tough battle and kept pushing. Before cancer, Charlene, you were sassy, beautiful, and just beginning to find your light. Then came the diagnosis, but you met every challenge with grace and courage. And now, 3 years in remission, you shine brighter than ever before, stronger, more radiant, and absolutely freaking fabulous. This journey has only made our bond stronger. Standing by you through it all has shown me the true meaning of love, sisterhood, and resilience. Shasha, we're all so proud of you. Your journey is a reminder of resilience, of hope, of courage, of love, of loyalty, and unstoppable power of love and light. Keep pushing, keep shining, sis. Love you.
My definition of a strong woman.
Hey. So, looking over that journey, how does that make you feel?
Listen, I cried. I couldn't stop crying. I was just like, oh, you know, when someone just catches different parts of you, but also you think, wow, oh wow, okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, it
Right.
was very overwhelming, but nice, and the love that was shown it was truly
Yeah,
appreciated.
a lot of nice comments. A lot of
Yeah.
nice comments. All right, should we show them what we was up to in Peterborough?
Oh yes.
See if I can find it. But Peterborough was a vibe, man. It was. It was
Peterborough was so good.
because it exceeded my expectations, and I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm hard to impress, but it was more than I expected. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot more.
And
than
you
I
know
expected.
what? It seems it flowed so easily as well. It was just once. Well, actually, you know, the only difficult was getting in there. Once we did, everything just flowed, and it was just so easy. It was just a lovely day. Everything just flowed so lovely. Yeah, and the people were great.
Definitely.
The people were so nice, weren't they?
Yeah.
How do I get this to rewind? Oh, it's not going to rewind. Can you see my screen? No. You can't
No.
see my
No.
All right, let me share it now. Boop. Share screen. Share screen. We met so. Go back. Peterborough, you were absolutely amazing. The Cultural Community Carnival was bursting with music, food, culture, and so much joy. We met so many wonderful people who came out to celebrate heritage and community in the brightest possible way. It was such a blessing to connect with each and every one of you who stopped by the festival. Your love for our pieces truly inspires us to keep creating more pieces that help every diva shine unapologetically. A special thanks vibes were absolutely unmatched. Let me take this opportunity to extend a huge thank you to Precious Graham and her amazing team for organising this event. This was the first carnival to take place in Peterborough in, I think, 40 years, they said. But let me tell you, they smashed it out the park. Your hard work and dedication made it such a beautiful success, and we are so grateful to have been a part of it. And now our journey continues. Our next stop is Lewisham Shopping Centre with Rakuda. We are there on the 30th and the 31st of August alongside many great Black-owned businesses. Like, share, and see you there. Peter. So yeah, that was what we got up to. One piece of Toralin, either the Peterborough Street Square. Listen, and you know, when we do this, each time when we go out and we have such a good time and we make money, you think to yourself, 20 years, either whatever respective field I was in, like social care, always vex, always having to.
It's true.
Yeah.
I know.
And, you know, you come out now and you're putting your energy into your own thing, and
Feels so
you're
much better.
It's
and I
beautiful.
make money at the same time. It's just
It's
freaking
beautiful.
amazing. And you know, I think a lot of it it's indoctrination and fear. You feel like you have to go to work. I'm a Taurus, so crave stability. So if you think the way that you're gonna get a stable wage is by going to work, you're gonna do that. But you're in direct conflict with your soul, because although I loved what I did with some of my clients and, you know, helping to push, you know, breathe life into their life and change things around for them, I loved that. After a while, it felt like it was taking the life of my soul in order to do that. And it just felt like I was in direct conflict. So definitely glad that I've now got the courage to face it. And I think sometimes business is business. Every week's not going to be over an overly week. So that's where the instability comes in. But when she says blessings all upon your life and you thank God for the journey, just for the plus. I get it, because
Yeah.
when you're out there and you're doing what you love and you're enjoying yourself, the money comes in anyway. It's just for
Yeah,
the plus. It's the experience. The
I
journey is great.
know.
absolutely.
So,
Do you know? I think most of the time, people will say to me, "Oh, do you not take any time for yourself? Do you know?" And the funny thing is actually, I think you have to actually be in my shoes to understand, because most of the time when I go out and do these events, I'm having the time of my life, but I'm also getting paid as well. Look here, I feel like it's a win-win for me. I'm just
yeah,
enjoying myself, and I'm actually making my money, and I have the freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and
Right.
it's such a blessing. So
But
yeah.
also as well, when you think about it, the same way how you're going out to events is the same way how if you was employed by somebody, but this is your way. You're self-employed, so the fact that you can choose to go out where you're going out and enjoy yourself, it's the same thing. You could
True.
choose to have a break when you want to have a break. You choose to work if you want to work,
Yes.
or if you can get to work every day, all day, then fine. If you don't only want to work 3 days a week and still earn as much money as somebody who's going out full time, why wouldn't you?
True.
It's
Exactly.
exactly the same thing. But
I
you
know.
know, at first getting up, when the first time I did it, get early, I was like, oh God. But when you get up early and you're up for a good 12, 13 hours, at the time you don't feel it, but after it's just like, boy. But I would do it all over again, because it's just it's not easy. And that's when I had a newfound respect for people that go out setting up, because it's not just about turning up and that's it. It's a getting up in the morning, getting there, setting up. It's a long day. So
Yeah.
you have to enjoy what you do. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not for the faint-hearted, put it that way.
It's definitely not for the faint-hearted. And I remember as well, as your own boss as well, you're responsible for every single aspect of your business. And the thing is as well, is
Yeah.
like, so when you get out there that day, it takes so much just to get out there in the first place. Because like someone like myself who actually make my products, like I hand make my products, so it's like hand make as well. And I'm actually going through and making all these different products and all that as well. It takes so much time and effort as well, just doing it. But so if it wasn't something that I truly enjoy, I feel like I know that it's my calling. If it wasn't, I just could not continue, because it does take a lot. So if it wasn't something that I was enjoying, I couldn't do it, because it really does take a lot. Like Sunday, I was completely out, crash. Because yes, Friday night. Well, to be honest, I didn't get any sleep at all. I had less than an hour's sleep, Saturday morning before having to wake up to get them as well. So really, it takes a lot out of you, and then you engaging all day with people as well, which is another thing as well. Because when you're out there as well, you're the face of your company, and you have to engage. And what I do as well, a big part of that as well, is educating people as well. So it's a lot of talking that comes with it as well. So at the end of the day, I'm absolutely shattered.
Yeah,
But
no
I
one
really
talks
do enjoy
about it again.
No, I'm done. I'm just done. My voice is gone and I'm done. But I do enjoy it so much.
Half of the reason my voice is gone because me there singing a show to the dance. That's why my voice be gone half the time. The music was good. I'm not gonna lie, the music was good.
Was
Yeah.
good. It flowed
Yeah.
so good. It was the selection was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to next year. All be well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. She done good. No, she definitely done good.
Yeah.
Let me see. So with that said, hang on, I want to show. We've got something coming up on the 22nd of September. No, I'm lying. What date is it, Char?
25th.
Yeah, the 20th.
The Docs one, yeah?
Is it the 25th?
Yeah, 25th.
Okay. Hang on. All right, let me share my screen.
It's a Thursday.
Yeah, the Thursday before your birthday, isn't it? So there we go. So, all right, so we've got this coming up. It's a Black Excellence event. and it's basically a pop-up and a networking event. So we want it to be like, we're going to invite some people to come and give us some gems and see how we can do some real networking with people in the industry that might be able to access funding or point you in the right direction. So we put some people in the room that you can draw some knowledge from. So it's a pop-up, so you present your brand, and it's a networking event. It's at the Royal Docks, and it's a social event for Black-owned businesses in conjunction with the Royal Docks Originals Festival. So the Royal Docks is having a festival that whole week. There's a Fire and Light Festival. There's many different things that are happening within the facility that week. We're doing it at the Compressor House, and it's newly renovated. So tickets will go live for vendors and for people who want to visit. We're going to have Quincy down there. Quincy's going to be bringing his radio show, and I'm of course going to speak to Carl about seeing how he can cover for Spotlight as well. So it's an opportunity for vendors to get exposure, make networks, see how they can get further interviews outside of us, and really start to push and structure your business. So it's from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. And it's going to be, I don't want it to be like no big expectations for loads and loads of money, but I do want it to be big expectations to build great networks. Your network is your net worth. That is the most important thing, is getting your business in front of the right people. For instance, I done this market traders course because someone in Islington Council asked me to do it. It was like, I think it'd be good for you to do it. And I pitched my idea in a Dragon's Den style type setting to now know is Stephanie of Navigator Square. And look what's come out of that. Look how many... Do you understand what I'm saying? So going, networking, pitching your ideas, talking to the right people, you don't know where it can lead. So a couple of years went by before I ended up working with Stephanie, a good 3 years. But she remembered me because of the way that I pitched that day. So then opportunities came up for us to work with Islington and Stephanie, and we may be able to do something with Islington. Picture it, but if we win, we may get to do something with Islington for Black History Month, as well as Christmas. We might do another women-led market next year. So there's many things cooking in the pot, all from just going out and networking. So yes, we all want money, I get it. And we're right next to the Newham buildings. We're right in the middle of the Royal Docks Festival. So we may make money, but I want everyone to really focus on building networks and seeing how where we can draw from each other and how we can build. We're going to have Gary.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so looking forward to it. Save the date. 25th of September. Tickets will go live this week.
Okay.
Good evening, Keo.
Yeah. Hey, Empress Shala. That's who we interviewed. That's the shiny black girl. Yeah. So that's the shiny black girl. All right. So let's have a look. First topic. I just send them to myself via WhatsApp now because it don't even make sense set them up in the and they just go missing and make you look like Debbie. Yeah. So yeah, do you know what I mean? So this one. Where is it? Right. Let's have a look at this.
Okay.
All right. Tell me what you think of this, ladies.
England is a miserable country. And I used to live here. I lived here for 30 years. Then I moved to LA and England is a miserable country. And I used to live here. I lived here for 30 years. Then I moved to LA. And now, because I live in LA, I physically don't know how to live in this country anymore. And I've noticed things that I probably do back when I lived here. And I think a lot of my friends are doing it because my friends are miserable. Like everybody who I left behind, that I left when I moved to LA. When I've gone to visit them now, they're worse than what like. Everybody's miserable, and I think it's because England breeds miserable people, and the country's miserable. Like it's currently June, and there's not one piece of sunshine in the sky. Like it's grey. Like it just looks like a big grey dome has covered the sky. Anyway, I need you to remember, it's a trap. Do not fall for the miserable trap in Britain, okay? Remember that anything is possible. You are amazing. This is what I used to get told, like when I was here. When I lived here, I was told things like, don't give up your day job, stay in your lane, humble yourself. Like these are all British qualities. It's a scam. It's a lie. It's a trap. And I think the reason why we're all miserable is because Britain perpetuates it, and we all start living by these rules, and they're fake rules. You can do whatever you want, you can think however you want to think, you can be whoever you want to be. Nobody knows the answers to anything but you. This is all fake. If I listen to England, like England told me that I would never be successful in America. England told me that I wasn't attractive. England told me that I wasn't funny. England told me that I wasn't worthy, and I literally knew they were lying. And I went to America and proved everybody wrong and proved myself right. And I think that's because I've never really subscribed to the ideals that England had over me, especially as a Black woman. And now I've come home, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing even my friends are talking like it. I have to like recalibrate my friends and be like, hey, fix up. Remember, you're a queen. Remember, you can do anything you want to do. Remember, hey, don't let England make you be miserable, okay? No, we're not doing this. So I thought, let me do a video for anyone that follows me who lives in England. Don't listen to your friends when they say you can't. Don't listen to your boss when they say you'll never. Don't listen to your mum when she says it's not feasible, it's not realistic. Don't give up your day job. Don't even listen to the word realistic. Don't be realistic. Be unrealistic. Achieve. Dream big. Like everybody here dreams so small. Like my friends are talking to me about their careers, and it's just like so small. And I guess because I live in LA, and like no one can't tell me my dreams are too big. Like LA is just like, yeah, we can do it times 10. Let's go. Like, but here everybody's just like, yeah, like it's just miserable here. And I work in the industry, so this is mainly for industry people that live in the UK. Don't fall for the trap. Even if you have to like go away and leave the country for the weekend and like reset, don't hang around with Britain too long. Don't be here too long. Don't surround yourself with closed-minded people. Surround yourself with dreamers. If your friend group aren't dreamers, go find dreamers, hang out with dreamers. In England likes to kill dreams. It's such a miserable country. And I've been here too long that I'm starting to feel it. Like I'm starting to be like, whoa, for my mental health, I need to leave this country. But and I will. I'm going home. I'm going home soon. I cannot be here. But yeah, I just think you need to remind yourself that you've got this. You just live in England. That's it. There's nothing wrong with you. You're amazing. You were just born in a miserable country. Please remember that. England is a miserable country. And I used to live here. I lived here for
You're mute.
I'm here button up. Why are you laughing?
I really think she hit the nail on the head in a lot of yeah, I do agree with quite a few things that she detected. Yeah, it is a miserable country, and the mentality. What was I telling about? And it's just the mindset as well, because like I was telling someone, I think the other day about working. So basically I worked in travel, and what would happen is we'll send people from the UK just to give you the mentality of people in the UK and how they just do things so different from, say, Americans. Like they would go to resort, and there's something that, say something in the resort, something in their room that they're not happy with. Do you know, instead of just going to the reception and just sort you out there like an American would do, no, not a British person, they will complain this, and they will like write a long email to us back in the UK. They are in the Caribbean, and they'll be writing to us in the UK, or they wait until they get back, and then that's when, and you're like, hold up a minute, but you were at the resort. Like an American wouldn't. They would just like get it dealt with straight away and continue enjoying their holiday. So it's a mindset. I think it's definitely a mindset.
Yeah. Good evening, Gracie. What do you think, Shasha?
She's right in one. She has got a lot of points, but I just think it's down to you as a person. Yes, you can, because some people can say, oh, you know, where they live is makes them either happy or sad. But for me, I just find that it's, as I said, it's down to you. If you want to make yourself miserable, you will do. One thing I will say about this country is I think it does hold you down in things that you want to do. There's a lot of people that have gone to other countries and they have blown up, like actors, for example. They haven't made it here, but then they've gone to other countries like America and they've blown up. So I think London, the UK, does hold us back in terms of what we are capable of doing within ourselves. We just got to know that and identify that to say whether or not, okay, am I going to fulfill whatever dreams I have in this country, or will I be better off somewhere else? And for whatever reason, a lot of us don't make it here. For more than one reason, we don't, and that's sad. Because I think we're just get through each day and each week or each month, and you know, to overworking to pay that bill just to keep our head afloat a lot of the time, you know. So
just to keep our head afloat.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's the point. Now, when I listened to this, I thought to myself, I'm not sure America is the place to escape some of the. Hang on. First, Gracie was saying the lady is right though. People should try other countries. Life is not meant to be lived in one place. Now, I grew up with some guy called Ohaji Kamara, and he lived a couple of doors away from me, and we grew up together, and we're still very close up to this day. And he just one day his mum died, and he didn't have the best childhood. And then his mum died. Like, you know, everyone's got their struggles growing up, whatever the case may be. Then his mum died, and he had bought the house. And then he said, I'm fucking off. And he went to Colombia, of all places. When I say my boy is living his best life, you know, he's able to buy properties, he's able to buy cash businesses. The cost of living is low. They've got sun, they've got fresh food, and the cost of living is low is the main thing. And he just bit the bullet and went and is living a really good life where there's a good work-life balance. He's not just trying to work to make ends meet. And I was having a conversation with another friend of mine today, the guy that's building our Black Excellence website. We got into talking about it. And I honestly think, and please correct me if you think I'm wrong or if you disagree respectfully, but I honestly think that this country, as well as America, because people go to America and they make it in America, in Hollywood, yes, but what do they have to sacrifice to do that? Then, hang on, I'm just wondering where Carl is. No, I got issues. Oh no, don't worry, I've taken the audio from Facebook. Okay, cool. So I think that people go, but we don't know what they sacrifice. But I honestly think this country was built on slavery and pillaging and murder and dehumanizing of people who are not British. And over the years, it has become more palatable, but we are in jobs where you're just about making ends meet, because as soon as you get a decent wage, the cost of living shoots up to astronomical amounts that you can't really manage. So it's almost as if you are in slavery, but it's modern day slavery. You're not being hung from trees and whipped and beaten and all of that. It's not as brutal as that, but the mindset of the country is very much, I agree with her, stay in your lane, you go to your work, you get what you get what they deem your worth is. You get beaten around the head if you are, I don't know, outspoken, intelligent, direct, black, male or female. There's a lot to contend with, and one of the
Yeah.
things that I found interesting, she said it's like there's like a dome over the country. So,
Yeah.
and I was the dome is the energy in which the country is made up of. So, I've been like, there was one point I was a neighborhood mediator, and I went to see, like, in mediation, in neighborhood mediation, you have to go and see one party, and they teach you that you shouldn't really take sides. You don't take sides, and don't believe one side of the story, because when you go to see the other side, the other person, their side of the story usually blows your socks off, and then somewhere in the middle there's the truth, right? So I went to see one older white man. And I remembered him saying that, this person just annoys him. And he was like, she speaks the Queen's English, well, like you. And I was like, well, what other language am I going to speak? I was born here. And he was like, you might be born here, but you'd never be British. The other day in Lewisham, the older white man that picked up my stuff and was like, well, you're here, yeah? So why are you celebrating Africa? It should be UK maps on it. It's just that reckless, old type of mindset, like you're lucky to be here, and that kind of thing. Even if you were born here, you're never going to be British. And at first I was offended, and then I thought about it and I was like, he's bloody well right. I'm not British, I'm black British UK, I guess, but in terms of roots and my soul, they never let you forget that in the skin, you're never going to be one of them. So, with all of that said, I do think that we are seen as entities to keep the mill running here. And that is all we are here to do. I think London, some parts are worse than others. I think London now, as I'm getting older, is becoming really claustrophobic to me. And the more we drove out, like we're in Liverpool, and the houses are nice and it's big and you can breathe and there's green spaces. So there are parts of it where you can probably live a nicer life. But then, talking to mum about it, and she said to me, part of my worry is that we might move and we get a neighbour from hell that's a racist. I know you're going to jail. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to end well. So, because sometimes when you watch these neighbours from hell, they, put your door, spray nigger on your thing. Like, we've got to worry about where we're going to go and if we're going to experience racism and if that can possibly result in death. Now, like Stephen Lawrence and like many others that have been killed because of race. So, I mean, I don't think she's wrong. I don't think America is much better because
I tell you, I'll tell you the difference, what I think with America and the UK. So America, they already, the world, we all know that America is a racist country, but they are very upfront with their racism. And but the same time, well, it doesn't, if you're ambitious, it doesn't stop you. So America doesn't have that ceiling that will finish. It's like, if you're ambitious, you can actually push beyond that and make it, where in the UK is much more difficult. Like, and the UK as well is racist, but it's actually more, it's
undercover. It's not as overt.
It's not undercover. So where the Americans, they're actually, the divide. Like I was watching something last night, and it was actually in the South, and like it's called The Dollhouse. It's like young black girls training to dance. And it's clear they're in Memphis, I think it is. But in America, they have clear divide. You see these children, they're going from, competition to competition, and all you see is just black people. There's not a single other race. They live separated. Like I was in Jamaica for like 2.5 years from 2019, and I made a lot of Black Americans, because when COVID happened, they were just coming to Jamaica in droves. And one of the things that they found it so strange, that because it's like working, being over here working, and I had white friends and different races, whatever. They found it really strange, very strange, because for them it was like, no, you're just black. We separate us. They're very separated, but at the same time as well, they make their money. They make really good money. They can make some serious money.
They make serious money, because I think the black mentality in America is different from the black mentality in England.
Definitely.
Now, let me see if I can show you something to kind of back up what I'm saying. But let's go through some comments this evening. So, good evening, Gracie, Empress Charlotte, Jax H. Hey, how you doing? T Smooth. So, I'm going to just call you Empress Charlotte because it's easier. Because I don't know how this is pronounced. Is it Keo? I'll phone you.
Keo Charlotte. Okay.
Keo Charlotte, but it's Empress Charlotte anyway. Yes, England is very cold and depressing. I lived in Ghana for 6 years, moving back as soon as I get the opportunity. Yeah. Jax H said, hello, ladies. Hope you had a lovely bank holiday weekend. We hope you did too. We did. We had a great time celebrating and selling our products. We did in Peterborough Carnival. First carnival in 40 years in Peterborough, and it was, I think that girl done amazing. Her name's Precious Gray. Yeah. I think like it. I don't want to say I don't impress easy, because we do events and some are good and some are not. But for her to have pulled that off on her own, from what I understand, she had a team, but she done it on her. Like, it was her that took the initiative and put the whole thing together. And my girl, I'm really proud.
Impressive.
It was impressive. T Smooth said, recently had this conversation in the last 72 hours with my next gen family, and they are all looking to live outside of the UK. Absolutely. A lot of rich people, including, some of my friends that are doing quite well for themselves, have said, no, man, when I look at my pot of money, before I even turn around, I have to give away 40% of it. I'll do it. I'm going to Dubai with my... Like, you can't progress. Like, things like your pension by 2027.
Yeah, I have to say that,
your pension by 2027, if you don't take it out and put it in a trust, what will happen is I think you get to live out on it. I think you get to live out. But if you die, the remainder of the bulk that you would have left to your loved ones is then subject to inheritance tax. So they're going to take 40% of your pension as well. Like, it's just bullshit. And the more they do it, the more I'm like, nah, man, this is just modern day slavery. And
of course it is.
Yeah. And they just tax some Robin Hood business, just taxing up your things before you can, like, inheritance tax. If you've worked all your life and you've bought your house, you've paid off for your house, and you want to leave something for your loved ones, HMRC should not be taking 40%. I think 20%. They should not be taking 40%. And they keep coming up with things to just take away your money so that there's no legacy to be left. So it's stifling. It's stifling being here. Wow, black people can't live anywhere they want, We've got to consider if we can live in an all-white area. Will the white carers come clean our black ass if we need that kind
of I don't think so.
You know what? It's interesting, because I for one I feel like that as well. I say when a lot of people I know, I've got friends who say, oh yeah, we're gonna we plan to retire in Spain or Portugal. I'm like, Nah, not me, you know. I do not want to, I want to retire somewhere black because it's kind of like that reason. I think that as you get older as well, I want to have people that looks like me around me. But that's just me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You don't want to have to move and worry about racism. And I think,
Exactly.
you know, that says a lot. You have to worry about what you're going to do and where you're going to go,
The truth is love.
because racism's worse than the ghetto mindset, and the crabs in the barrel, it's worse.
It's true.
So what you gonna do?
Well,
Do you
exactly.
know what I mean? But in America, they've got fluency. They've got rich black. They've got rich black affluency. They've got quite a bit of like solidarity. I would say. I think the black people are very much more supportive of
Definitely.
the economic system in terms of the black ecosystem.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that makes a huge difference as well. Hang on a minute. Let me pause
You know,
this. Let me
well,
share.
Black Americans are actually
This kind of goes into what I'm saying. Yeah, go on. Black Americans are
they are the richest black group
Black
you know,
Americans.
the richest blacks on the planet anyway. In terms collectively, Black Americans are actually more
Are
the
they or
wealthiest.
are Black Africans?
No, Black Americans.
Okay.
Collectively, they're actually the wealthiest.
right.
Actually, mm.
Collectively.
Yeah,
But then
collectively.
Ghana's saying to them, like, you can come back and start to build your infrastructure here. They're giving away, I think Ghana is giving away free plots of land to people who want to come home and who want to, you know, I mean, so it's time. They're talking about like Revelations and Exodus, and you know, when everybody, it says in Revelations, when you start to see the original Jews go home, that's when the change is gonna come. And I think the original Jews going home is us going.
Of course, we're going back to the motherland. That's home, isn't it? And that's the thing. So now you have that One Africa passport as well. And we are actually, you know, it's like a part of that as well as diaspora as well. Apparently, we're able to apply for the, you know, all children of Africa can return with this new passport. You just have to prove that you are African, which not that difficult. But yeah, you just have to prove that you're African. So, and how you do that, you can do that with a DNA test. Once you prove that you're African, obviously, as Caribbean, Black American and Afro-Caribbean, we do have, whether we like it or not, we do have high percentage. We're not like, most of us are nothing more than, I'd say, the highest you would be is maybe 70% Black. But that's that. 70% African, but that's enough to make you African.
Well, that's enough, yeah.
Exactly. 70%, you know, that's a lot. That's enough to make you African. You just have to prove this.
Yeah. Take a listen to this, yeah, because this kind of goes into what it is that I'm saying. One sec. Can you hear it? No, you can't. Hang on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I'd like you to help me with something. Yeah, help me with something. I've got a problem. Yeah, I've got a problem that I would like you to take a look at. And I would like you to take a look at, and I would like you to see if you can help me. We have a black-owned club or a black-run club over in Catford. Yeah, opposite Catford Theatre. You all know what it is. It's changed its name recently. I think it's Ice Blue Ice or something like that. Owned by a very good friend of mine. I need to give him a call actually. And decor is nice. AC is nice. Toilets are okay. The sound system excellent. It has been said that the drinks prices are very high in this club, and it's also been said that, you know, that people don't like going to that particular club. Yeah, that's what it said. That's what's been said. Okay. The other day, my colleagues had a birthday party at Faces all the way from East London, sorry. And from East London, from the venue, from my home to the venue is 23 miles. 23 miles, yeah. Okay, before I even reached the venue, I had to go through the Blackwall Tunnel and pay £4 before we even get to the venue. So we're spending even before we get to the venue, and that was the quickest route through the Blackwall Tunnel. Yeah, don't make sense. You go around the houses and burn petrol. Yeah, don't make sense. But anyway, when we got to this nightclub Faces, nothing wrong with the club. The decor is absolutely nice. Sound system absolutely good. I mean, ambience is fine of the place. No issues with the place at all. Also, though, the drinks prices are extremely high in that place, just as supposedly in the other venue over Catford. But yet, our people would rather drive 20 odd miles to Faces, don't really complain, or jump on a coach, don't really complain, and go to that club in Faces. Yeah, they compliment the club, say it's nice and the ambience is nice, and nobody's really complaining about the drinks prices. But yet we have a perfectly good club called Blue Ice, or Ice Blue, over in Catford. Yeah, opposite Catford Theatre. Absolutely nothing wrong with the venue. Nothing. Yeah, it's a nice venue. Okay, recently refurbished in January. Seats upholstered. I think toilets was redone, and some little bit of bits and pieces were sorted out on the club. So the club is kept to a standard. But yet we would rather go all the way over East London and hire that club. Hearing that the club is also booked out until next year, March, April. Yeah? We have the Asians that own all the banqueting suites, and we would rather pay extortionate amount of money to hire these banqueting suites. Yeah? Now, to a certain degree, I mean, I do understand some things, but I'm not understanding why we are not supporting as promoters. We are, and as ravers, yeah, supporters, promoters and ravers. I don't know why we are not insisting upon using what we have a lot more. Yeah, I don't get it. If it's not the Asian banqueting suites, we're giving the money to the boat dances. The boat dances, the people that own the boats. Yeah, and Faces is getting a good run because that's where people like and that's where people want to go, and that's fair enough. Yeah, I too probably will be hiring a boat. I too probably will be hiring one of the Asian banqueting suites. Yeah, maybe because no promoter wants to hire a venue that people don't want to go to. So I'm asking the people, why would we rather go 40, 20 odd miles, 30 odd miles to a club all the way over in East London when we have a perfectly good one on our doorstep? Yeah, why are we not supporting what we have a lot more? Yeah, and if there is issues, why are we not trying to resolve those issues so we can support these places more? But yet we have establishments. People have issues with the club over opposite Catford Theatre. People have issues with Club Energy. Yeah, and these are all the ones that they say, oh, they don't want to go to. Oh, it's the parking. Oh, it's the drinks. Listen, there's one thing I know about my people. We are the most resilient set of people going, and we always find a way. So I'm not buying that excuse. It's the parking. It's the drinks. Yeah? Because you come clear over East London and win Faces, right? And nobody seems to have an issue there. And there's plenty parking in Catford. Plenty. So what is the issue? please let me know. I'm just going to listen to the comments. I'm not really going to respond to it. You know what I mean? So I have my inkling as to why people don't do it, but I just want to see what the general response is. Yeah? All right, thank you. Yes, me know I need a shave. Because I grow it for the birthday, you know? Yeah, next week Sunday. Because I grow it. So we can get a little sharp shave. Yeah? Don't worry about that. All right? Peace, peeps.
All right, so that's our very own. He's part of our group, and he's actually. I like to listen to his point of view. He's very insightful at times. But again, it goes back to he's saying this is a black-owned club, and you guys will drive clean over to the white-owned club, pay the same money for the drinks or more, find parking somehow, but you won't do it for something that is black-owned. And I think we find that more here with our collective, our black people here. And I think it is a lot to do with the country and how we're indoctrinated. We're still very much of a slavery mindset here. Whereas America, I think because it's more overt, they've got no choice but to stick together. Because
there you go. There you go.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But here,
we think that we're more individual. We think that, you know, because we're all in America, you have to be more collective, where here we have more of an individual mindset. And so we're like, yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. Because as you said, it's not in your face like that. So.
Mindset that leaves us not being able to build here.
Yeah.
Steph London said it. Steph London said, I blew up when I left London. I'm a superstar, not because British people support me, because people all around outside of Britain have supported my music and blew me up, not because Brits were behind me. So when you see and you hear this consistently, we have got like, you know, guys know that I took my former employer to court. I didn't win, even though it was in writing. They admitted that I suffered victimization. They admitted that I suffered racism, direct and indirect. All kinds of things they admit to. It was there in writing. The judge made up some cock and bull story as to why it wasn't. I gave them a good run for their money, but one of the things that was said to me was, yes, you did suffer racial discrimination. You did. We're sorry. But it's not as if what happened to you is what happened to George Floyd. So here, it's kind of like, well, if we're not kneeling on your neck, you're lucky you're breathing. Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
That is the attitude. That is the attitude. And I knew in that moment, I think I said it to you, Shah, I'm going to keep going, but I don't like that. I don't like the fact that the judge didn't pull it up. I don't like the fact that he didn't stop that line of questioning. No one kneeled on your neck, so what's your problem? And the judge let that slide. Then, of course it is. Of course it is. But that is their attitude. So when you're born here and you're being told, like, you don't belong here, but you're born here, and then you suffer all of these things from what is the opposite race, but then within our community, you've got people attacking you because you've got something that they want and you didn't give it to them. They will fight you. Or do you understand what I'm saying? There's so many different things that occur, or we're just not gonna support that club because we don't like the parking or it's too expensive. We don't like the fact that a black person has this, so we're not going to support it.
Going to support them,
Or they come to your store asking for discounts. So, but you don't go into Louis Vuitton. You find your brand store bag when you're going to Chanel. No problems. In fact, you're proud. Throw that on the counter. Throw down your payment. Your debit card to buy your Chanel bag. But when it comes to buying something from a small black business, you want a discount. So it all goes with our mindset, and I think it is more troubling here. I honestly do. So going back to what the woman, what's her name, London Hughes, said, I actually got what she was saying. But let's see what our No Bravado Massive said. Let me try and see if I can find it. Hang on. Go back to it.
And
go on.
And also, because I've said this before, we are our own worst enemies. look how many of us black people go and get our nails, our feet, our eyebrow done. Name me one black beautician where you can go and get your stuff done. We don't. Our
Right,
own
my mum said,
food is, yeah, our own food is not even sold by us.
I
A
know.
lot of food is sold by Asians who don't even know how to preserve food. I had to remember when I first moved down here, me and Desiree argued with a guy because he was wanting for us to buy a whole what did we buy again? It wasn't yam, a whole yam. We're like, we don't want a whole yam. We just want, if you just cut off the end bit. No, I can't cut it. Why not? Because you have to. No, you want us to buy the whole thing because you don't know how to preserve it. Cut off the end bit.
it's
Let me
probably
see
a
what's
yam.
going on inside. Yeah, yam, yeah. So
It was
all
a
those
yam.
things,
Yeah.
we can't make. We can't
Okay,
get. Go on.
go on. You for go on.
We can't get together as black people and build each other up. Like the guy said, we would rather go elsewhere and build somebody else up rather than build each other, and that's a shame.
There's a lack of trust with the community within ourselves as well.
I know. Mental slavery is a real thing with us. So here's, I saw this thing before, and it's talking about the like within other race. So for example, like the Jews, if a Jewish person goes to a Jewish shop and the service wasn't great in that shop, they would never judge, they would never not support. They have a term that they use. What they would do, instead of, if they had a bad service, they're actually gonna call them out and literally let them know, hey, this is what happened. Can you actually make this right? And they will continue to support that person. They'll go back and they will. You'd have to be really bad for them to actually walk away with it, because the first thing is to, okay, obviously you need help. If they see something, if they see that, whatever it is, and their first thought is, okay, how can we help you to make this better? Because obviously you need help. Where for us, it's the complete opposite. Oh, it's like for us is the case where, one little thing that and it's like, it's immediately, okay, no, you're no good. You whatever.
Yeah, but now I'll go back. Yeah.
Exactly. Where for them it's the opposite. They're like, okay, well, how can we support you so that you can actually improve? We don't see it like that.
No, we don't. Jax H said, I used to live in Bexley Heath from Welling in the mid-90s, and the National Front was rife in my neighbourhood. I remember some shouting the N-word to me and my mum and my sisters at the bus stop. They're just minding your own business. I remember when I worked in Kingston, and they used to just have gollywogs, and black people would have gollywogs in the window.
No.
Wow.
That told you the mindset of the borough. Gracie said, girl, go people of Ghana's are Israel. Girl, Ga people of Ghanaians are Israelites. I agree. Jenny says, evening, sugar. How you doing? Jax H said, Angelique in Catford, she is my good friend. She has been in business for over 30 years. But yeah, I guess now the problem is traveling from here to Catford to get your nails done. But I guess if that's what we have to do, what we have to do. But there's got to be people over this side that.
Have you heard of the September hair ban, where we're supposed to be, where black people are supposed to be banned in all these shops, hair shops and all of that? There's a September hair ban in the UK.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, starting September, for the month of September, we're supposed to be banning all of these hair, all these, basically all these hair shops.
If we could, I'll play something afterwards that will link into that. I'll show you. But going back to what Arno Bravado Massive thought about London Hughes's comments about England being just a miserable place to live. Here's what our crew said. We didn't get that much comments on this one, but what they did say I thought was interesting. I was like, no, I don't think you lot. I think you lot misunderstood what she was saying. But hang on. Carton said, nah, I think it's what you make it, really. LA ain't for everyone, as it's more expensive than London. We got to remember she's famous. She ain't doing a 9 to 5 and looking after kids, etc. This is why I don't take silly advice from people who just want to chat shit. I have no interest in the USA. Fuck that. Not saying there ain't a better life outside the UK, but most ain't got the money to move. So you asked, you said she's being a bit harsh, chatting about her friends like that. Come on now, what do you think, guys? So expand, Charlene, because she was saying that she has to say to her friends, no. Remember, don't talk like that. Remember, you're a queen. Da 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 da. But is it harsh or is it truth? Why did you take it like that?
Watching it again, I misheard what she was saying. Yeah, when I heard it again, I wasn't listening properly to what she was saying, so I do take that back. But like I said as well, it's life is what you make it at the end of the day. You know, maybe her friends do get down, and maybe her friends are down because they, as I said before, they're having to live they're working just to keep their head above water. And that alone can get people down. So it's easy enough if you're in a position where you're able to go somewhere and what you do is your job is able to be in another country, you're able to get further and make more money. That's fine, but not everyone's in that position to do so. Their job may not be something where they can go to where she's living at to make a lot of money, and that's what needs to be taken into consideration as well. You know.
Do you know what I find? I'll tell you my observation, what I found. The UK, because of the fact that the weather and everything makes this place really harsh and depressing, and people's mentality tend to be depressing. Not only that as well, people tend to hold on a lot more. People are tight with everything. Like, for example, you just driving in the UK, and just someone, it's almost impossible for someone to just stop and give you a way to go through. Like, seriously, how difficult is it? 1 second just to someone go through? It's almost like a death sentence. It's like, oh my God. You know, the thing is it's like the UK just find it impossible to give anything away. It's almost like it's just so difficult. And because of that, when you're like that, when your hands are always closing that way, you're always miserable, you're always complaining, then life is just going to be like that. And that's what I find. I find that the mentality, and it has to do, it's almost, it's from the top down, and most aspect of life is like that. The weather, you wake up in the morning and the weather is miserable. You go on the road and everyone's face is miserable, and nobody gives you any blier anyway. And it's just, the whole mentality is just so, it's just have that kind of mean energy about it, to be honest.
It's got a mean energy. The dome
really has a mean energy.
The dome around over the country is the energy, I think.
Definitely. It's a very mean energy.
It is. Carlton Lewin went on to say, she's chatting poop, man. Just watch the people. They always think they've got the best art more live move, man. Said she's just another one that thinks she's left people behind, and I just didn't get that from it. And I was like, wow, okay. All her friends are not actors. I do not get her point. I would like to take this more seriously if she was somewhere else in the world, but LA, that's just based on her career. Nobody gave ish about her hair. Thankfully, she's doing well now. So I say this to say her chance is a narrow one for me. Johnny D said she sounds miserable her damn self. And Hakeem said she's Lulu. Talent tends to want people to blow smoke up their asses and don't like being criticized. In LA, she's in the perfect place for that. When she's no longer their cup of tea, it will be a brutal learning curve for her. But I was just like, I didn't.
That's not what I got either.
Definitely
not what I got.
I get it to something. Like I said, I get it to something. Then her job allows her where she is going to make her blossom. Her friend's jobs may not be the case. So I think you just have to, I think for me, it's taking that into consideration. It's finding your niche in a country where you can blossom. That is what that's That's a message
Yeah.
I would give to my
That's
friends.
just
Like, if you're not
I
in
tell
it,
you what, take away
Yeah.
from the fact that she went to LA. You find people are going across the world and saying and having the same and literally having that same experience, saying the same thing. You have people going to Africa and saying, "Oh my God, the UK is miserable, and I would not want to be coming back."
Yeah.
But no, so it's not about her moving to LA. I do understand what she's saying, because the truth is there's something about here that is quite. It's quite depressing. It really is. You have to fight to actually keep,
Your spirits up.
stay
Yeah.
in a positive. I find it's like every day I wake up. Obviously, I wake up doing affirmation, doing that, just to be in that kind of energy and in a positive way here. Where when I'm in other places, it's just so much easier, and that's the honest truth. And I speak for myself. Like, I find that here, I wake up every day and I actually, because I'm just a positive person anyway, and I like to be, love and light. And I have to. And for me, every day it's a daily thing. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is to have to cultivate that space. But I find it here is actually it's more of an effort cultivating that space here, like than other places, where it just comes naturally. Something about this space here that is quite depressing and mean, and people tend to be more miserable. Okay, I tell you what, I remember I was talking to I had my uncle and aunt here from the States, and I was actually giving them an example, because we're on the train and they're looking around and I was like, oh my God, everyone is just so in their own world. Everyone's just so miserable. And I remember being in New York, and I went on the train. That was years ago, and I took out a map to find. I was going somewhere. I took out a map, and the second the map came out, this gentleman that was sitting there with his daughter, and this was actually a white guy as well, and he was like, "Oh, where would you like to go?" And he started. I was like, "What the hell?" And because I'm from London, I'm just like. First of all, away from me, what the hell? And then it took me a minute to understand. He was just being nice.
Just to the niceness.
I had to come down. I'm so accustomed to London Underground, where people are just so miserable. And then
my mum said when we was in Peterborough, this guy, he asked her for some money. She gave him £4 change that she had. And then she called me and she was like, oh, that guy, he asked me for some money to get something to eat. I gave him the change that I had, but have you got any money? So I went into our change purse and I took out a £5 and I gave it to him. So she said that I gave that to him, but prior to me giving that to him, she gave him the £4 and he asked some white man, please, excuse me, sir, have you got any change? And he said, F off, go and get a job, go F yourself.
Oh, Lord.
She was laughing when she was explaining. Why did he have to abuse the men like that? Just don't answer. You know what I mean? Get
Just
away
say
from
no.
me. F off. And just cussed out the man. That's just like, oh my God. It's not, it's not, it's not cool. Jax H, I beg you, type your friend's details, her name, the name of her shop and the business into the chat, please, so that we can copy that down at some point and post it out there in Black Excellence, because we've got Black Excellence, which we like to promote Black-owned businesses. So please let us know what that is so that we can post that out there. She's also agreeing with you. I agree with Nicole. But going back to what you said about the hairband, let me show you guys this. I'm completely off topic. This isn't what I had planned for the show at all. But hey, as we're here, let me show you this. Share screen. Okay.
Imagine if Black women all across the world stopped buying hair products 1 month. Just one is what would happen day by day.
Hang on. We're going.
Imagine if Black women all across the world stopped buying hair products for 1 month. Just one. Here's what would happen day by day. We'll never guess what happens by day 30. Day 1, major retailers panic. Beauty supply stores, Amazon, even Tesco and Target see a dip. They start calling emergency meetings and wondering if it's a boycott. Day 2 to 4, Korean and South Asian owned distributors start calling store owners and wondering what's going on with these orders. Meanwhile, social media is flooded with DIY hair care tips, product swaps, and natural styles. Day 5 to 7, stocks start sitting still and weekly targets are missed. So online stores try and do flash sales, but black women aren't budging. Days 8 to 12, media picks it up, think pieces drop, and news segments with headlines saying black beauty dollar disappearing. And those influencers, the ones who were silent, they start picking sides. Days 13 to 17, some beauty store owners start posting public apologies. Others double down. We've always supported the community. And a few offer out of fear. Days 18 to 21, smaller black-owned hair care brands start to see a surge. Those ones who are still handmade and directly to consumer. Instagram and TikTok lives are flooded with founders, recipe sharing, and real talks about ingredients. Days 22 to 25, big brands start panicking. Emails start going out to their multicultural consultants. Marketing teams rush out apology rebrands. We hear you, we see you. Basically, just buy us again. Days 26 to 20, store revenue between the US and the UK beauty sector drop millions. You guys are making me want to start a revolution. Investors start to notice, product managers and retail buyers get fired. Quiet calls start to go out. Can we partner with black founders now? Day 30, a full month later, and it's clear. The black beauty consumer isn't just a niche. She is the market. And for once, she knows it. We talk about power, but if we decided to actually use it, like are you deep in that? Game over. Follow if you're done watching passively. We decode the myth, and we don't clap for crumbs.
Absolutely. This is a TikTok
Yeah.
boy by
Imagine
Delaware.
if black women all across the world
Yeah.
stop.
But I never went back. I've not been. Well, I shaved my hair now anyway. I didn't go back into any Asian hair stores after they choked up that girl in Peckham.
Yeah,
And although
me
she
either.
was wrong in the way that she behaved, I still thought that this grown-ass man had no right choking out that little woman. There was a better way to handle that, and I think he choked her out because she
Absolutely.
was a black woman. He felt like he could, so he did. And I just felt like that boycott should have just gone on forever.
Definitely.
And there's enough black hair care stores out there that we can, even if you have to pay a little £1 or £2 extra, because the distributors are Asian, so they're going to give their Asian brothers and sisters a lower price. But whenever, if we can get into the game, it's always going to be higher. So we then have to put on a little bit more money to survive in this business. But when I watched that, I was like, yeah, man, we've got to stop talking. We've just got to stop talking. We've just got to hang on. I have another that sells black clean products, so I will send the details for both of their business. Thank you, that's perfect. Leisha Merry Skincare. Okay. But yeah, if we did start conserving our pound, industries would collapse and they would have to put some respect on our name. But if they gave us respect or not, if we were building our own industries and our own economics, we would not care. It doesn't matter. They like or respect. It's been years of them showing you that they don't like or respect you. So, you know, and that's not all white people, because whenever we have these kind of topics on No Bravado, I do feel the need to say some of my biggest enemies are black and some of my biggest allies are white. So I am saying,
I agree.
I'm not saying all white people at all. That's not where I'm coming from. But in terms of us building our economic structure, we've got a shake out of, we don't want to go to the ice blue or the blue ice, we want to go to Faces, but we're going to spend more money. We want a discount from the small black business, but we're going to go and spend the £200 and £300 on a belt, because that's how belt costs at Gucci. Do you understand what I'm saying? $350 for a belt.
Belt, yes.
Yeah, I tell you, I want £30 for my necklace, and you're telling me 25?
Right.
Stop
I know. Yeah.
it.
Just
Let's just-
disrespectful. But the funny thing is as well, you know, like when it come on to the beauty industry for Black people, and this is the thing now that we can't ignore, is the fact that there has been, we are targeted. Like these products are actually to our detriment. They purposely are poisoning Black women through these products. And this is something that is coming out and we can't ignore. So basically, it's actually saving our lives as well. Cutting off these things are actually going to save our lives, because a lot of these products, they're putting in some serious poison in these products.
Poison,
and they're not putting it in the others. They're putting it in the Black products. So really, we have to actually wake up. It's actually for our own survival as well.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true. We got to do better. We're gonna always champion that on No Bravado. This conversation's never gonna end, because No Bravado is a part of Black Excellence, which is a part of Diva Choice, which is a part of Carabella, which is a part of all Black-owned businesses out there. We got to move as a collective and move strong. And yeah, it might start with little bits, but hopefully we keep talking and we get the message out there. Let's share my screen. Okay, this was posted today. I think the way it was posed chose violence. But Dion said, true or false, disclaimer, I don't have a clue about male thinking, so I'm here for the schooling. Carl messaged me and said, I've commented on the nightclub issue on Facebook. Am I in the wrong chat? I don't know. Send me the chat you're thinking of and I'll have a look. But I basically shared Ian's post. So you might have commented on Ian's post, Carl. But I shared Ian's post into No Bravado because I wanted to see what our crew had to say about it. To be fair, they didn't have much to say about it, but I haven't read Ian's comment. I shared it to my page as well, but no one really had much to say about it. And again, when it comes to topics of why do we support others and not ourselves, you're gonna get that tumbleweed. It's like, well, people whining on their head or something. So everybody's, you know what I mean? Like, it's wild. Anyway,
all the time.
Right. False disclaimer. Is what Dion said. I don't have a clue about male thinking, so I am here for the schooling. So the statement is, a man's definition of peace is a woman tolerating disrespect in silence.
What?
So, you know, a lot of men say, I just want peace. When I get home, I want my woman to be my peace. But this statement is saying that men just want to be able to disrespect and the woman don't say nothing. That's your definition. That is the male's definition of peace. What do you think about that, ladies?
I took that completely opposite. I took that as being, and I might be wrong, as being that if a man is talking to a woman outside disrespectfully or not in a way that it should be with respect, rather than the woman blow up in big street and make up argument, when you get home, I'll deal with you.
That's not what
That's
it says.
how
It says a man's definition. Let me share the screen again. Hang on a minute. I'll share the screen again. And it just goes to show how your perspectives can be so different. Do you guys mind if we go on until 10:15 because we were so late?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay, share screen. All right, read it. What does it say, Shasha?
A man's definition of peace is a woman tolerating disrespect in silence?
You know what? It's so. I don't believe in actually just just broad definition like that. That is just I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
I'd first and foremost, I don't really agree with that. But the thing is, I understand to a point. Some men are like that. Some men just want women to just shut up and put up and shut up. But I don't think overall, I don't think the majority that's what it is. I think sometimes it's just the way it's done. So for example, the man's out doing his BS and he comes in really like you cooked a really nice meal for him. You were expecting him to come in at a certain time, but he was just out kicking it his boys. He comes in. Now he was out kicking whatever. It's like he had something and he comes in. He forgotten maybe it's a meeting or whatever it is. He forgotten that you were cooking. But you were there slaving all day over that. So when he gets in, you're gonna be pissed. No, he's had a long day. He's just thinking, okay, you know what? He comes in, and maybe he comes in and he's just in a good mood, but then your mood is just sour because you just feel disrespected because all day whatever.
Yeah.
The way that you choose to then handle that situation, you could choose if you decide to then start cussing and bliming and shouting and da 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 da. It doesn't matter what. It's like you'll never really get to him that way. Because all he's just going to do is just shut down, and he just hear you just making noise,
yabbering. Yeah,
never going to understand why you're upset.
Right,
he's not going to get the fact that I've worked a long day, but I still come in and I made sure that I cooked and I was waiting. He's never going to get that because you start shouting and he's just shut down.
Right.
So I just think that is just the way that it's communicated.
Yeah, and that's what they deem as a non-peaceful or combative situation. So going back to what you were saying, Char, do you get the question now, or do you still think
I get it? I get it, but I think it's also still a case of the same sort of thing, though. Is that if I agree with where Ben is coming from, but I also stand by what I said, because when for example, someone said if there was a time when I saw someone and the woman was talking and I might have been shh. And the woman was just like, who you shushing? Like, who you shushing? Like, that, to me, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, don't shush. But it was how he did, and it wasn't done in a way where you could sort of like laugh. It was done like, it was easily, like, who are you shushing? Like, tap my hand or something, but you went shh. That's rude. And then because if a woman then makes a big scene out of it, the man might be like, well, I get that you felt disrespected, but you could have just squeezed my hand or give me the look or something, not blow up and make it such a big scene so everybody knows that you're vexed at me. That kind of thing. So there's a reaction. There's a reaction to to what somebody's done. But it's, as you said, Bella, it's how you react to something. It can be escalated or it can be de-escalated.
There you go.
It's all about the reaction. If somebody punches you, you have to be aware that it's not, you cannot control how that person reacts by how you've hurt them. You have to be prepared. But I said,
I agree with you with that. It really, I really do believe that it's the way you react to whatever is how you communicate. Because here's the thing, we all as humans, we all have ego, but let's face it, male's ego is just huge. It's so big that, and the thing is their back goes up quickly as well. So the minute you get combative, they go into they get really, they get into that warrior kind of thing, and they lose. So then they're no longer able to listen to you. Become like the enemy. Instantly you become the enemy. So it's very combative, and you're not getting what you need from that. It's like most of the time as women, we think that if we shout and scream and cry, but we lose the battle that way. It just doesn't work that way. Sometimes the best thing you can do, You know, sometimes the best thing you can do is silence. Oh, there's nothing. Most of the time, there's nothing a man hates more than when you just literally
Silence.
just silence. I ain't saying nothing.
Nothing. Yeah,
Silence.
that's it.
Oh, it's the most uncomfortable thing, and you can't handle it because you don't know what you're thinking. Silence.
Oh, someone's just pointed out on me because Facebook are just damn right ridiculous, yeah.
Right.
And they've stopped you from doing certain things. The chats are scattered all across the platforms, so I'm missing some of the things that are being said to us. So someone just pointed it out to me. Thank you, my love. But let me just go back quickly, and then we'll jump back to that. Bear with me. Rodney Mew, good evening. Hey, Shorting, how you doing? She's watching. Carl said, not true. We have supported black-owned clubs. The issue with some of them is that they don't want to fix up the venues. Yes, we need black club owners to step up and talk to promoters and radio station owners. Yeah, but Ian was saying that club was fixed up. It's been newly refurbished. I've been to that club. It's a nice club. So that's not the problem with Silks, is it? Or Ice Blue or Blue Ice or whatever it can't know. The changing of the name might be shake. TLC said, absolutely not the case. White-owned clubs, patrons visit nightclubs through trends, all nations, night moves, etc. Yeah, but that was then. What about now, TLC? Do you know what I mean? Like, now, night moves isn't really about, trends isn't about all nations. Those were the good old days that you're talking about. That doesn't happen now. Jenny Sunshine, so it's saying that men can carry on away and this woman has to humble. So now we're back onto this topic. And this woman has to humble herself. Caveman behavior, that's how I see it. Jenny went on to say, like children must be seen and not heard. Daniel Maiden Shaw says, evening. Rodney Muse watching. Good evening, guys. I'm really sorry that I'm missing some of the chats because they're not coming up on all of the feeds. It's annoying, but I'll get up to it. So, sorry, guys. You were saying now that being combative. So, all right. So, say now, Bella, you cooked the exact same scenario that you just explained. How would you manage it?
Okay, so because of my experience my experience of having that combative relationship and knowing that it don't work. so basically, I'm now at a point where I'm more likely to give you the silent treatment, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying that it's the best. I'm not saying that's as well. I will be, if I'm really upset, if I'm really angry, instead of me start effing and blinding, I'll let you know that I'm not even in the mood to talk. I don't want to talk now, and I will talk in my own time. And it means I'm really gonna be silent and you just leave me the hell alone until no, that's me. I'm deadly like that. Just leave me alone until I'm ready to talk. But I'm just not gonna, because if I start talking, I'm just really gonna lose it. So I'm more like that, to be honest with you. Then when I'm calmed down and I'm ready, then I'll be able to truly express myself in the best way.
Yeah. I mean, I had a friend and he said to me that he fell out of love with his wife because of her mouth. So because of the way that she used to do some of the things that she used to say, he was like, it just chipped away and chipped away and chipped away at the love until he just fell out of love with her because her mouth was just freaking reckless. So I've got a reckless mouth. I can be mean with my tongue, boy, Lord. And when he said that to me, it really, really, it put me to think. It really did. And the last relationship that I was in, I consciously made an effort not to say anything disrespectful, to have conversations that were like communicative as opposed to argumentative. Try and sit down and understand. The only time I was disrespectful to him was when I found out that he cheated, and we had broke up by then anyway. So I shouldn't have even. Do you know what I mean? I shouldn't have even have given him that because we had broken up. when I found out that he was cheating. Like, what about your business anyway? Little drag girl. But that was the only time. That was the only time that I was ever disrespectful. I really took on board what this male friend said to me.
No,
that
men, yeah, definitely. I think that is really crucial for us to because the thing is as well, remember, women, our tongue, our strength is our tongue. We can women tongue. Holy cow.
we speak things into existence. We got to know what's going on. Yeah,
it's very powerful. We have to be very careful how we use it. And the thing is and it just and trust me, you don't have to FM blind to actually get you and get results. You really don't have to.
I mean, me personally, if I was cooking, if we have communicated throughout the day and I made it quite clear that I'm cooking something special or whatever, not have you, and you purposely don't come in at a reasonable time, or just after work, come in, babe, I'm cooking something. You purposely decide not to do so. It's not going to go down well. But if you don't know that I'm cooking something, then I have to take that on board. But to do something, intentionally, just like Bella, I don't want to talk to you. Don't touch me. Don't say hi to me. Nothing. And I'm not waiting the food.
Men would still see that as combative.
Yeah, but if you
am I wrong? Let us know. Give us a comment. Am I wrong? Would you still see that as combative? Is the silent treatment just passive aggressive combativeness?
When I'm angry, I need to be left alone because I need to cut my feet, my emotions, and I need to calm down. Once I've calmed down, I will talk to you. But talk to me when I'm angry. The other side, Chantal's gonna come out at me. You don't want to see her.
Yeah, you do not want to get that side of me.
I'm just not going there with you. Just leave me be, and we'll talk the next day. It's cool. But when you intentionally do something to disrespect me, because when you do something to intentionally disrespect me and upset me and hurt me, I don't want to talk to you right now. So however you want to see it, you see it. But right now, when I've communicated to you about something, respect what I've said to you. And if you don't, then if you don't want the silent treatment, don't do what I've done. Don't do something like that.
To piss me off. Yeah. All right. So what did our No Bravado Massive say? That we'll close on this once we go through the comments. Hang on, let me share my screen so you guys can see. Share screen. Share screen. Here we go. So, you said everyone, one for the men. We're here for the comments. Yeah, that's certainly what. Well, here we are. Judy Water said, "Nah, that's not true." Okay. Dion said, "Expand." Like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Dion, that's what a boy or a man with rather low mentality would do, but I wouldn't say that that's normal.
No,
Fair
it's
enough.
not.
Thanks for the clarity, says Dion. Patrick says absolute BS. Patrick Charles said absolute BS. Dion asked for an explanation. Patrick said, because to get respect, you need to give respect. A man should always give maximum respect to his woman and mother. Okay. Rodney Muse said, caution, gaslighting in progress. Rodney Muse, not at all, says Dion. And Jessie said, no. Dion said, give us a bit more, please.
Please. Exactly. It's like pulling teeth.
Right, little Miss Simpson said, well, let me just sip my drink. Bobby Graham said, wow, deuces, and just disappeared. So Dion said, no, come back. Bobby Graham. Sis Only guys who are experienced in this can speak on this one. Would never expect someone to entertain disrespect for my peace from me or anyone else at her expense, meaning. But I think sometimes guys talk about us banging on, like nagging. But I
Yeah.
think, in what stage does it become nagging? If I've asked you to do something and you've not done it, and a week passes and then I ask you to do it again and you've still not done it, at what stage is it deemed nagging?
I know.
Like, just do it then, innit? Like, if you're like,
It's true.
just do it.
Annoying.
Like, how is that nagging? Like, oh, just do it. Anyway, Jesse Robinson said, getting an understanding of each other's space. I said, the way the question is posed will trigger some, but I'm interested to hear the men in the group's definition of peace, because I still don't think anyone has narrowed that down quite clearly. Other than don't talk to me when football are played, because that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Abandon me.
Yeah.
What else? You said exactly what I was thinking. Colin said, to be honest, I've not seen one response that's made me understand. So it kind of shows me that there isn't anything that defines peace for them. I see people's specific experiences, which, as you said, are triggers. I really wanted to learn something here. Still waiting on until someone contributes something valuable and impartial. Donna said, protect your peace by any means necessary. How do you do that, Donna? Thanks for joining us, my darling. Long time no speak. We have to speak soon. Dion said to me, you think? It was posed as a yes, it's true, no, it's not true question with hope for a little expansion and understanding. Ironically, the meme was written by a man, hence the question, as we know that people are not monolithic. But I was like, true. It was set up to get people thinking, but my point was that the way it's phased is likely to trigger some men. Like they said, F off, bullshit. Do you know what I mean? They some people did take offense to that. Because when you say a man's peace is a woman's silence, a lot of men would instantly feel it's an attack, like desire for calm is being equated to control or disrespect. That doesn't mean the conversation isn't worth having. In fact, it's that's why it's important. Some men do see peace as genuine stability, no arguments, no stress. Others might unconsciously link it to a woman biting her tongue. So yeah, the word in itself is provoking, but that's also what makes it a powerful question to unpack, because the definitions of peace are so different depending on who you ask. I would like a comprehensive understanding of what men deem as peace, because they throw it around, but a comprehensive explanation. Then here comes DJ Amaris, who says, understand that we don't need to be in each other's pockets all the time. Understand that I need a little me time doing my own thing. Understand I might not necessarily want to be loud all the time and be quiet for long intervals. Doesn't mean there's something wrong. And finally, understand that I don't need to keep constantly telling you about feelings I have for you. You would and should know already. That's my peace. And that made 100% sense to me.
That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, I don't want you to be insecure. I don't want to have to constantly be reassuring you. Like, I've heard men say dating like insecure women is a nightmare. And I never got it until I dated an insecure man. And then I was like, oh my God. The light bulb went off and I was like, oh my God, I get it. This is awful.
It is awful.
Like, it's awful when you date an insecure person.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I've been there. I know. It is awful. Because you're constantly, there's no peace. You know, they make you feel guilty about everything. There's no peace. It's actually, it's almost their own, their whole existence reliant on you. You have to constantly be stroking their ego. It's a horrible thing. Yeah,
it really is. Junior Bogle said the sentence began on a positive note but ended with a negative twist. So that's what I meant by it being combative.
Yeah.
Peace means silence in your mind, and that applies to in both directions. A healthy relationship is about truly relating to one another. Neither party wants to deal with noise, abuse, disrespect, rudeness, cursing, lying, dishonesty, or other unbecoming behaviors. Tolerating such actions could be seen as low self-esteem. My definition of peace in terms of an ideal woman, for me, Junior Bogle, is a virtuous woman. What is a virtuous woman? What does that mean? Does anyone know?
Well, what's the definition of a virtuous woman? Okay, let's see the definition of a virtuous woman.
We don't even know what it is, blood.
Okay.
You might not get that this time. But no, I'm yeah.
Should
I've
I
heard
read
the
what
term
Wesley?
Yeah, read what Wesley said.
Wesley Travis has said, a man has to battle from he sets foot out his door till he comes home. A black man is everybody's fall guy or enemy. He doesn't want to come home to a combative woman when he is home. You put to show, totally get that. We as black women have that in common with you. Our battles are pretty similar. With that said, what is it that the woman does when it is deemed as being combative to you?
So he said,
depends because all women aren't the same, but arguing and not listening is always big for me. Some you tell will wait some you tell will tell them what the problem is, how to fix it, and they are busy arguing some nonsense point instead of just thinking about what's being said.
So he's basically, I said, okay, listen to respond, not to hear.
Yeah.
That's a huge problem across the board with society, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We respond right, not to actually understand the other person's point. And Gracie said, not necessarily, because the woman needs peace too, and she can't have that if she's tolerating a man's BS.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what.
Okay. So a virtuous woman is a woman who's generally described as a woman of high moral standard, integrity, and strong character. Someone who is kind, wise, and compassionate, often putting others before herself. In the biblical sense, she is portrayed as a hardworking, trustworthy, caring for her household, and living with dignity and honor.
Some of that we can do, some of that we can't do. Sorry, because in order for me to be deemed as a good woman, I have to put everybody before me.
Yeah,
that's how we're trained as black women, and that's part of the reason why I got into issues at work. I was exceeding in my job role, and because my manager wanted me to take on extra responsibilities, that would have just put strain on me. Well, I know you can do it, and the service needs your energy, and you've got so much to give. Not right now. My mum's ill. I'm working like Vilma Flintstone. I don't have any tools here, so I can't do this. Do my job well, and you've got a team leader there. That's her job. Make her do it.
Yeah.
But the moment you say no as a black woman, it's suck and blah. Like, how dare you? And even our men feel like we're the role of the mammy. I'm not a mammy. I'm not a mammy. I'm not. So I can't put everybody before me, and I'll do it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. I grew up with a grandma who was a virtuous woman. She put everybody before her, and you know what? And what I saw, my grandma, it's like she died from a heart problem because her heart was just too big for everything as well. She just gave everything to everyone. She poured love into everyone, but she just didn't think it's for herself. It's just always giving. And to be fair, I must say, You know, when she was sick, when she's like, oh, people still talk about her like 20 odd years later because she was phenomenal. She was a phenomenal woman. She's definitely a virtuous woman. But honestly, I know that I do take a lot from her, but there's some that I was just like, no, I can't take up because it's too much. Because my granny was just too much. She just gave everything. She just,
because that's how we were brought up to be. Everything, the black woman comes last. You know, they say we're the least protected out of all of the human species. Black women come at the bottom of the pile. You know, there's no one protecting us. So we do have to, you know, I'm not saying that there's not black men out there that's not looking out for. Of course there are. But for the most part, like in the workplace, we're traumatized in the workplace. We're deemed as combative. You know, no one's listening. And then you have to put everybody in front of you or you're not wifey material. Well, then, okay. Can't help you. Peace. Peace in the relationship, says T Smooth. Good evening, my sugar. Thank you for watching. Peace in a relationship is a state of inner calm, emotional security, and shared understanding where conflict is resolved constructively. Trust is high and partners feel accepted, seen, and safe without judgment. Agreed. Rodney Mew on the other chat where it's all scattered now is saying being internally strong enough to manage your emotions, feelings even when triggered. So that's what Rodney deems as peace. I do get what Wesley's saying because we have a tough time out there as black men and as black women. So when you come home, you want your environment to be welcoming.
Yeah.
most definitely.
You know, you want to be able to take a load off. You want to feel like you're the king of your castle. You want to feel like you're the queen of your castle. But
and you don't want drama. Like seriously,
you don't want it.
You don't want drama.
Drama, and I get that, but then at the same time, I do think that it's very interesting when trying. There's only a couple of them that have been able to clearly identify what peace means. So if it means you don't want me to talk to you because I'm asking you something during football, then I don't think that's a disruption that's not the destroyer of peace. But if I'm arguing with you all the time, I do think communication is a big thing, and I do think if you're mad to you and you're listening to respond rather than listening and hearing and feeling what he's saying, that can be, you don't feel safe, you don't feel like a safe place, you don't feel like home. So I get that. But yes, ladies, the time went quick. It's 10:15. So anything you want to say?
Oh, yes.
Carabella, where we at? Where can we find you? What you got?
Okay, so this weekend, Camberwell Carnival, which is Camberwell Green, this Saturday. I think it's from 11, if I remember, till 7. I think it is anyway. So that's this Saturday, and then on Sunday, Lewisham Shopping Centre, which is where I'll see you guys on Sunday. So that's me this week.
Yeah, we're at Lewisham for the whole weekend. Again, please do save the date, the 25th of September. We are having a Black Excellence social gathering and networking event, and we would really love for you to come. There's parking. There is going to be radio show. I'm gonna try and rope Spotlight into coming down as well. He doesn't know he's hearing it now on as we go live. But yeah, we're going to try and get Spotlight in. Quincy's going to be down with his radio show. We're going to have people that you can network with, and we just want to present our business and just network and have a good time. So please, please, please put that in your diary. Like, share, come along, and look out for more in activities that we're going to be doing across Black History Monthly, Christmas, and into the next year, should we win the bid. But yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, fingers crossed. Pray for us, guys. Check out. Well, I should be saying check out our new collection online, but it's not online because I'm just haven't got around to putting them online. But we will. But yeah, we're doing more crystals. But if you are in the Lewisham area, you will be able to check out some of our new pieces. We will be working on putting them online, and we're working on our new collection pieces for Christmas. So you'll have a nice selection of gifts and stuff from your
And
diva
they are
choice.
stunning. They're amazing. I'm loving the
Yes.
crystal,
you.
like the one that you got on. Absolutely love it. Thank you so
Yes.
much for my gift. It's beautiful.
Oh,
They are
thank you, my darling.
amazing.
Yes, yes. I am. I'm really just loving what we're doing, and just expanding new stuff and liking people's
Amazing.
reaction to it and stuff. It's been amazing, and like now I'm on the other side of this court case because that court case nearly broke me mentally.
Mm.
The unjust this around it. It's in black and white. Yes, we did victimize you. Yes, you did. But then you still don't win because it's of stupid little technicalities. But like, I feel now I'm on the other side of it and out of the dark cloud of it all. I feel like that happened to push me out of work because now, like, if things get a little bit tight, you run back to what you know. I'm going to go back to work and get some money in, man, Chuck, because I'm in command. Now I'm like, I would never. I would eat dust first before I go back to work. I mean, I'll do it. I'm not going back. So, like, things happen for a reason, and now I'm here. I feel happy. I'm the happiest I've been in a long time, and we make money dancing to Jerusalem. So
I know.
Do you know what I mean? It's so bloody. It's a vibe.
I know.
And just meeting new people and all sorts of stuff. So it's been amazing. Last comment, T Smooth says, home should always be a place to run to, not to run from.
Not to run from,
I
exactly.
agree.
I just want to say,
I'm one of the, I believe in peace and calm. It's so important. And anyone that's actually anyone that's combative or is going to actually rob me of my peace, like, no, I refuse to be. So, yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So
as we're celebrating people, I just want to say, Trish, I am proud of you. I've seen you come from a dark place to a brighter place, and it's nice to see you back in your creative environment, enjoying life, and just putting behind you what I could see nearly destroying you because you were fighting for your life. So we talk about supporting each other and encouraging people, as much as you've encouraged me, because you have. I look at you as a strength too, because I've seen what you go through everyday life, work, mum, yourself. It's a lot, and you still push through. You still, you still push through. You still want to help people, and no one in their right mind does what you do. Everything what goes behind the scenes, and you're still putting on an event, still getting out there, putting a smile on your face, and you do it with pride and joy. So, I keep saying, kudos to you.
In the middle of my court case, we put on the Weekender in Tower Hamlets.
That's true.
No one does that.
Court case.
No, I agree.
When I was doing it, I was like, blood. Like, you really did this to yourself. But it was an opportunity that came up, and the court case is the court case. It just is. It's going to come and it's going to go. But my business is me. But yeah, I definitely feel like I went through a lot of what I went through. Things that we talk about offline, just changes of relationships, losses of relationships, losses of income, losses, just making changes. And now I'm on the other side of it. I can totally see why. So I'm in a much better place. And yeah, man, we just keep striving and keep pushing and pushing our businesses as well as everybody else's that's in the Black Excellence Network. So yes, please do follow Carabella. Please give them your Instagram details and where they can find you.
Yeah, so that's Carabella, CARIBELLA _Moss, MOSS. And that's I'm mostly on Instagram, and I do have to. I'm really trying to get back into Facebook because most of the time I've been away from Facebook for so long. I really need to remember to get on Facebook. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make the effort anyway. But I tend to be mostly on Instagram. I am also trying to build up with TikTok, so I'm gonna spend more time there as well. And it's the same handle as well, anyway. Carabella _Moss.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, ladies. So yes, my sugar plum Shasha. Just nice to see your beautiful glow and your beautiful face. Loving it. And as are you, you know, I think you're just stunning anyway, Nix. So it's just nice to see you
Ladies,
step on the screen.
continue being amazing. Shasha, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of both of you as well. And
Yeah,
Trish, I
thank
know as
you.
well that you've had, you know, it's been a really tough time with the court case and everything else. But you keep on just shining, just grow like a diamond as well. You know, the pressure just makes you shine more. So continue shining, my love.
I'm like a phoenix cat, boy. Like, you know,
There you go. Rising from the ashes. Like, hey.
back again,
Listen.
back again, back again. And I will always be like that until I leave this body and continue on my next journey. I'm
Yeah,
always
that's
going to be
me,
like,
love. I can relate.
yeah, just going to get up and keep going. That's all you can do. You know what I mean? You've got no choice
That's
but
so
to
true.
sink or swim, and I choose to swim every time.
Never
So,
sunk.
what did you say?
I said I've never sunk, and I'm not about to.
I'm
Nah,
not sinking.
nah.
Not about to.
Thank you for joining us. This is one of my friends from, oh my God, when did I meet you? About 30 years ago now, isn't it?
Oh,
I worked in Thomas Cook when I was a travel agent, and I worked with her, and we became really good
Okay.
friends. I still
wow.
love her to this day. Like, she's one of those people that if we don't speak for a year or two, and I phone her on her birthday, it's as if we've not missed a beat. Like, she's just
Yeah.
amazing. So thank you for joining me, and the beautiful ladies today. But with that said, we are at 22:24. That's when we started. We started at 24 minutes past 8 because let me not swear because the car's asking me to stop swearing. But it was being a flipping idiot, boy. I couldn't believe it. And then as it kept ticking on, I was just getting more and more hot and frustrated. But we made it. So remember, follow Black Excellence CIC on Facebook and Instagram. Put the 25th of September in your diaries. Come and join us for our networking event. It's going to be a vibe. You know we like to party, so that's what we're going to be doing, partying and networking. All right? So,
Yes, ladies.
next time, my ladies.
Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of the
Have a
week.
good evening.
Have a
Speak
great
to you
week.
guys soon.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
See you next week at
Bye.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.